Hey, what's up, YouTube? Welcome back. Another deck profile from February 4th, 2012. It's kind of like a stun plant deck. Pretty much stuns until it explodes. You'll see, obviously, what's in the deck. The Miguel Chavez. Gamescape again, huge. Xboxes, if you scrub out, you can go play Xbox. But as I said in many other videos, you don't scrub out because you're watching my video. It's only your friends. So let's go ahead and start with the deck with the monsters. And this made top 4.
I'm gonna start off with BLS and Gores. They're pretty much ridiculous.
Staples.
Then I have the tour guide engine now. 3 tour guides, the bus, Sangang. It is what it is.
How do you feel about the bus after today's tournament? Like, what did it do?
The bus was ridiculous today. First, against Inzectors and Windups, it would let me put back the Hornet and the Hunter. And against Rogue decks, I could just go into Leviathan and recycle my tour guides. And they have a really hard time getting over the plus factor. It was amazing. I drew it a couple times, but I was able to play around it. I warning some summons. I was playing really control based today. I'll show you guys later. For the plant engine, I was running Debris, Lone Fire, Spore, Dandy, and Glow Up Bulb.
Staple plant stuff.
If you're playing more plants than this, you're playing a bad deck.
Your deck's not good. Get over it.
This is what won me more games than anything. The plant engine did almost nothing today. 3 Thunder King RoYaLs, 3 Reborn Tengus, 3 Maxis, and 3 Effect Veilers.
How do the Effect Veilers work?
The Effect Veilers were insane. It was ridiculous. My opponent would overcommit to the field trying to drop a Trish, hoping to get the game win, hit everything. I would Veiler, and next turn I could use my Spore with Tengus and go crazy. Now that I knew they don't have Maxis or anything because they exhausted everything trying to hit like a game-ending loop. Maxi was also ridiculous, especially against Windups. When they would open up Factory and Tour Guide, Maxi would stop it, and then I could draw, summon the Thunder King, and start controlling the game. This is legitimately, if you guys are going to play plants, you guys have to play it like this. The new decks right now, Inzectors, Windups, their loops are insane. Their pluses are ridiculous. If you can't control it, their loops are better than the plant loops.
So for sure, 3 Thunder Kings and 3 Effect Veilers should go on pretty much all decks.
All of them. And guess what? If they're dead, that's what you side deck them out for. But the new meta is going to be Windups, and Windups are crazy. You need the 3 Veilers. If you don't, you're going to lose your hand. And then all your draws are going to suck when you're facing 3 big monsters and you're top decking. For spells, I play Book of Moon, Dark Hole, Enemy Controller, Foolish, Heavy Storm, Mind Control, Monster Reborn, only 1 Mystical Space Typhoon, a 1-for-1, Pot of Avarice, and Escape Codes.
Oh, pretty much staples.
Yeah, I decided to only go with 1 MST because, like I said, some of these new decks that came out have really crazy combos, and I didn't really see how they could put the crazy combo in and control back rows. So I thought the second MST would be really dead. I didn't want to hit like cards that weren't going to do anything anyway. I assumed most of them were already playing dead back rows. I'm really happy I only played 1 MST. I barely ever sided into the other MSTs. I think it was really good. For the traps, I'm playing 2 Solemn Warnings, the Judgment, the Torrential, and the Dust Shoot. I took out the Mirror Force because of Inzectors. Their popping stuff is going to wreck Mirror Force. So I thought if I can Torrential it good, if I can Warning it good, if I can Judgment it good, but if that Mirror Force is set, I'm going to lose the game. So I decided not to play it. I wasn't sure how much Inzector would come out. I actually played against a lot of Inzectors. I'm glad I didn't have the Mirror Force.
Alright. You got your extra?
My extra deck is pretty staple. Just the Trish, Scrap Dragon, Stardust, Black Rose, Ancient Fairy, Brionic, Orient, Librarian, Cataster, Armor, Formula Synchron for the Synchros in the extra deck. And for the Exceeds, the Rogue Utopia, just in case I have to get around the Thunder King Ryo, I can use my Tengu or something. And then the tour guide exceeds. That's what I like to call them, because that's the only way you're ever going to drop these guys as a tour guide. Zen mains, Levier, and Leviathan.
Unless you're running windups for some reason.
MVP of the day. Today was number 17 Leviathan. All day. I would play against the deck, open up Thunder King. They'd set something that had too much defense for Thunder King. Tour right into this, get the bus, overlay, start running things over, and from then on out, I'm playing control. I'm not summoning any more monsters. I'm swinging. I'm holding the bailiffs, holding the maxis, setting the warnings. It was stunned after that. This couldn't work. That's the reason I've always gone away from stun, is because they can't get over high defenses, and in case of emergencies, they can't push for game. Today, the way I played Plant Synchro, I was controlling until I had game, and then I would explode. This made it really easy for me to control without having to explode and lose the maxi.
If there's anything, looking back at today's tournament, that you would change about your deck or prepare for next time, what would it be?
Today, my teammate could have topped, but I gave him the wrong advice on a mistake I made myself. I thought that Gemini Imps could negate windups, and I told him to put Gemini Imps in his side deck for windups. I used to have Gemini Imps in my side deck for Dark Worlds, and then when windups came out, I thought it would be good. He played it, I think, his first or second match, and he sided into it against windups, and it lost him the game because windups don't discard, they send, so Gemini Imps can't side. Doesn't do anything.
Just a heads up, for those of you who, like some of us, may not read all cards, Gemini Imps is still okay against Dark World, but not against windups.
Gemini Imps win me games against Dark Worlds. It's amazing. For Dark Worlds, not for windups. Don't get it confused. Sending and discarding is not the same thing.
What do you think the next top deck of the format is?
I have to go with windups. They're ridiculous. That's why I had to go into such a controlled triple effect build, triple maxi, triple Thunder King build, was because of how ridiculous windups are. They have Windup Factory, which is like the Black Whirlwind, except they don't miss the timing. All they have to do is summon and call priority for the effect, and all of a sudden they can search it. At 3, they can hit your whole hand. I saw the guy I beat in top 8 was playing Birdman so that he could do Trish plays. I thought that was pretty cool. It wasn't so cool when I summoned Thunder King Ryo and had Maxi in hand, but when he did it to other people, it was pretty cool.
What do you think? A lot of people talk about what you should hit in the wind-up engine to make that first turn loop not as broken as it is. What do you think should be hit?
I think the rat should get hit. I'm not sure if that's actually the name of the card. It just looks like a rat. I'm pretty sure it's the wind-up rat. It goes into defense mode, and you can summon a wind-up. Whatever that card's name is, that card is ridiculous.
That card is ridiculous.
I don't think their Exceed, the one that's touched on from the deck, is so bad. I think the baddest, because it's just a small, like, baby swarm when they swarm you, and they push for a little bit of damage, but it feels like a lot more when you have no hand when you're top decking. I think the rat is the most ridiculous problem, but what I honestly think is going to happen is Wind-Up Factory, because the Blackwings had the Whirlwind, and it went down to 1, and 6Ms had the Gateway, and it went down to 1, so it's only fair that Wind-Ups lose the Factory.
Alright, that's good. Appreciate YouTubers for watching the video. This is Miguel Chavez with his stun-type Plant Synchro deck. Made top 4 Tallahassee Regionals February 4th. Y'all take it easy.